Good morning students. Today we study chapter number 2, nutrition in animal. In the last chapter we have studied the process of formation of food by the plant. This process is called photosynthesis. Animal are called heterotroph because they cannot make their own food. They depend on plant for their food requirement. In this study we will discuss how the animal intake their food and how they change the complex food into the simple form that can be absorbed and used as a energy. Animal get their food from plant directly or indirectly by eating the other animal that eat plants. Animal nutrition includes nutrient requirement, mode of intake of food and its utilization in the body. In class 6 you have studied different component of the food. Component of the food are carbohydrate, protein, fat, minerals and vitamins. Water is also included in it. So you have to make a list in your fair copy and also mention the food by which you can get these component, or you can say the nutrient. The process of changing of the complex food into the simple is called digestion. By the help of a reaction, this process is shown. Complex substances change into simple and this process is called digestion. Different ways of taking food. Here some animals are mentioned and their mode of taking food. Bees and hummingbirds suck the nectar from the plant, infant of the human, and many other animals feed on mother's milk. Some aquatic animal filter the food particle from the water. Activity 2.1 are shown with the table. Here some animals are mentioned. You have to write the kind of food they take and their mode of taking food. So you have to complete this table. Now we will study digestion in human. We take food through mouth, digest and utilize it. The unused particles are defecated. Food passes through a continuous canal and this continuous canal is called digestive tract or alimentary canal. It is divided into different compartments. The first compartment is called buccal cavity, then food pipe, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus. Figure 2.2 complete digestive tract are shown. The buccal cavity, salivary gland and different parts are labeled here. The food component gradually digested as food travel through the various compartments. The inner walls of the stomach and the small intestine secrete various enzymes and these enzymes help in the digestion. Here salivary glands, livers and pancreas also secrete digestive enzymes and these enzymes also help in the digestion. The first part here is the mouth and the buccal cavity. Mouth have different teeth and these teeth masticate the food and change the food particle into the smaller particles or smaller pieces. In figure 2.3 different type of teeth are shown: incisor, canine, premolar and the molar. According to the function, teeth are divided into three types: cutting and the biting teeth, these are the incisor; passing and tearing teeth, these are the canine; chewing and the grinding teeth, these are the molar, premolar and the molar. You have to fill this table and write the total number of the teeth in the lower jaws and the upper jaws. The next part is the tongue. Here in the mouth, the important product that is secreted by the salivary gland is the saliva. Their secretion is called saliva and it helps in the digestion of the starch. We can study the digestion of the starch by activity 2.3. We take two test tube A and the B, and we take some boiled rice in both the test tube, add some water and some drops of iodine solution. We see that in the test tube a blue color is appear, and the B also. After some time we add some drops of the saliva in the test tube B. We see that after some time the blue color disappears because the saliva has the salivary amylase which digests the starch into the simpler components. That is why the blue color disappears. This test shows the action of the saliva on the starch. I will also provide one video to study the process of saliva on the starch. Now we talk about the tongue. Tongue is a muscular organ which help to mix the food with the saliva, and it also helpful for talking. The food when mixed with the saliva is easy to swallowing and reaches to the esophagus. In tongue there are also taste buds which is helpful to taste the food. Here some areas are shown. The front area is for sweet taste, side left and right side here is a region for salty taste, and the back side of the salty taste is for sour taste, and the middle region is for the bitter taste. The activity of this region you can also study by activity 2.4. Here 4 solutions are given: sugar solution, common salt solution, lemon juice and juice of the crushed neem leaves and the bitter gourd. By tasting these juices you can study the different taste buds. The next organ is the food pipe and the esophagus. It is a muscular organ which transfers the food from the buccal cavity into the stomach. When the food reaches into the stomach, here it mixes with different secretion of the lining of the stomach, and the lining of the stomach secrete mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices. Mucus protect the lining of the stomach. Acid kills the bacteria that enter along with the food, and the enzyme, that is pepsin, digest the protein of the food into the simple components. So for today we stop this video. In the next video we will study the other part of the digestive tract.